CEO says in many instances the price point for local businesses has been achieved where they compete fairly with legally imported goods on price. He says this should serve as an encouragement for consumers when they say locally manufactured goods are too expensive.
When we look at the goods that come into the country legally and we look at the cost, we are not far off. And for those who have products that are still relatively cheaper when you compare, apples with apples, if they're the same tier in terms of where the products are, we're not far off. And when you compare with those, what you see is that it's economies of scale, it's the volume that they have. And so if we ramp up by way of giving shelf space on retail shelves to South African, designers and producers, you are then giving them an opportunity to sell larger quantities, and input costs will be, costs will be reduced. And so as a result, we will then achieve that price point. We have achieved it. There are many stores that are playing at a lower level in South Africa, without naming any of them now, but there are many where that price point has been achieved, and South Africans are buying those. And the country of origin tells you it's made in South Africa. We just need to ramp up now in terms of making it available and accessible for customers.
That were exhibiting at the summit and expo reported an increase in visibility as well as increased interest in their goods and services in the past 2 days. From fashion to PPE and to innovation aimed at addressing water challenges, homegrown extra virgin olive oil businesses were upbeat.
We have a wonderful product that seeks to address the challenge of water collections from point A to point B, which is a 100-liter water wheelbarrow. And our product is tailor-made to maneuver in hard terrains, address challenges in rural and urban areas, all right? So it is meant to get rid of the situation of women head loading when they want to collect water from water wells, and children using wheelbarrows to put in different sizes of water drums to collect water. So we decided to manufacture a 100-liter water tank with a tap at the bottom end, which is meant to drain water.
We are trying to basically cut costs and just change the dynamics of just stationery supply in itself, to make it available for students, for businesses, for schools, and also just affordable stationery basically. But also just the way we've also designed our stationery, it's to cut costs in terms of you don't really have to buy covers for the books anymore. Our design is strictly, we have, they're color coordinated, and you don't have to buy like stickers to write your name, so you can just add plastic. But beyond that, we also cater for different ages, from preschool, primary, high school, tertiary level, and we just wanted to make the brand very interesting. I think we're doing well so far, actually. For a young brand, we're doing great.
I've gotten a lot of exposure, I've gotten a lot of sales, as well as future collaborations that I'm working with. I've spoken to even suppliers that I can work with in terms of packaging, others in terms of also raw materials. So it's been actually quite great being here.
Mashimbye says the summit was able to facilitate and exceed more than 800 matchmaking meetings between buyers representing retailers and those representing large corporates looking for suppliers that they can list on their database who will supply them with locally made products.
So what we then have done is we've made it possible for that program to even extend beyond the summit and expo. The program will run for another 3 months just to make sure that those who still have to seal the deal by way of providing further information, or in instances where some of the meetings could not necessarily happen, can still be able to do so.
The funding symposium was the busiest area on the floor, reflecting the demand for funding among businesses. The Director General of the Department of Small Business and Development, Thulisile Manzini, engaged different businesses during her walkabout to see what SMMEs have to offer the country. Diabosito, SABC News, Johannesburg.